anchor bolts for the stop bar on each side literally are bolts that just screw in and out, and then the stop bar itself has these hooks that go over each of the bolts, hold it in place. It's the tension of the strings that we'll talk about in a minute that holds it in place, and I'll talk about how to adjust the height in a minute, but essentially you can see when you turn the screw it goes lower, and again you can adjust each side separately, but unlike with the bridge where you need to adjust the height, by adjusting the height of the bridge it adjusts the height of the strings, this doesn't necessarily adjust the height of the strings. In fact, what it does is it affects the tension on the strings as they come over the saddle, so it's quite important how this is set up. So with a back view again, we can see into the stop bar and the slots where the strings will come through, and the ball will catch into the back of the stop bar, holding it in place, and it's the tension on all of these strings coming through that's basically going to push your stop bar, your tailpiece, into the anchor bolts and hold it in place, stop it coming away. So as soon as you take all of the strings out or loosen the tension enough, you'll be able to pull this off to remove it if you need to. So the first thing to mention about adjusting the height of these two is the most important thing to do first is adjust the height using the thumb screws of the saddles. So this part of the bridge needs to be adjusted so that your string height is correct, so you've got the right action on your guitar. I'll have a whole other set of videos put up soon about setting up a guitar, talking about action and string height, but once this is set, then we can adjust the stop bar height. Now as you can see here, the stop bar is quite high and this angle is very subtle. That means most of the tension on the string is coming from the string being pulled between where the ball enters the stop bar and where the other end of the string is on the tuning pegs. What will happen as we lower the stop bar is this angle will become greater. So I'll show you another bit of string. This angle will become greater and we'll get more tension on the string. The more tension you have on the string, coming from this part, the more tension you have, the tighter your string's going to feel when you're bending your strings. So it's really a personal choice as to how tight you want it for that reason, but it needs to have a certain amount of an angle on it, a certain amount of tension, because if it's this shallow, or if the stop bar was even higher, there'd be not enough tension to hold this in place in the little groove on the saddle, so as you played it, it would literally slip out, and if it was any higher, the string wouldn't even touch the saddle. So what I'm going to do now is just lower the saddle. So when you're adjusting the bolts on each side of the stop bar, you don't want to use a screwdriver. Here we've got a screwdriver. Although it fits in the slot, you'll see that there's a lot of wobble in it and it slides each way here. When I turn this, you can see it's catching in the centre of the slot on the bolt, and that means you're probably going to chip it and damage it, and it's going to look scruffed and a bit nasty. I mean, you can do it with this, no problem if you don't mind what it looks like, but I always use a lollipop stick. A lollipop stick just slots in and then you can turn it. And what you need to remember is you want to turn them equally, the one on each side of the tailpiece. The bigger the angle as you raise one and not the other, the more pressure is going to be put on each side of the tailpiece, which could also damage or pull the bolts in towards each other, and you don't want that to happen. So raise them and lower them equally. What you can see is happening here now is as I lower this, the angle is getting tighter, so the tension will be stronger. You'll feel it potentially when you're bending strings. If it's too tight, if the angle is all the way down, there's a risk that this string could angle and actually touch the very back of the bridge part of the saddle. So look, at this angle it's not quite touching, a bit more and it would touch. If it touches there and then bends, what will happen is the string will pivot at the saddle, touch the back of the bridge part and then go down into the stop bar. So it would be pivoting twice, and you'd have this little bit of string between the saddle and the back of the bridge with loads of tension on it, which could cause it to snap. So you don't want that at all. So you've got to watch as you lower this that it doesn't get so low that it's touching the back of the bridge. Remember, I've set this bridge to the correct height, the saddle's at the correct height for my string action. So I know I can't adjust this by making this lower or higher. I can only adjust this any lower and it's going to start touching, so it's a bit risky. But some people want their tailpiece all the way down. Let me tighten it some more and show you. So it's actually hard to see in this shot because of the reflection, but that string is now actually touching the back here and the top here, but the stop bar tailpiece isn't actually touching the base of the guitar yet, the body of the guitar. Now the reason some people like it all the way down is they believe if this tailpiece is touching, screwed right down and touching the guitar body, what you're going to have is better resonation throughout the guitar and a better sound on the guitar. Personally, I don't think that matters, but I'll show you how to get around that. By slotting a string in the reverse way, like this, into the stop bar, and pulling it through so the ball end comes through the front, I can then wrap the string directly over the top and rest it on the saddle. Now what this means is that the string is making contact with the top of the stop piece, the tail bar here, instead of coming out from the hole there, which means you could lower this tailpiece all the way down to touch the guitar, and this string would still be high enough that it's not resting on the back of the saddle part of the bridge. So back down at this angle, we can see the first string with the tail piece now screwed all the way down. The first string is coming over the saddle, touching the back of the bridge, and then coming down. So there's going to be a lot of tension in this little gap here, which is not good for the string. The string that we did with the wraparound comes over the top and rests on the string on the saddle here. So now it's coming from this height. I think personally the angle might be a little bit shallow, but there we go. So that's one way around it. Really just depends on the setup of your own guitar as to which is going to work for you. Personally, I wouldn't screw the stop piece tail bar all the way down. I would have it higher than that, so this angle is a bit more shallow, so this is coming over and not touching the back of the bridge part there.